Good morning, guys. I hope you are well. We're picking up with the wish tree. I've tried to record this video a couple times. It's just not working out the way I need it to. But we're going to pick up with chapter 16. So when you're a tree, a phrase like cut it down is bound to get your attention. Francesca had hinted at such things before, but always in jest after a long October afternoon raking my newly shed leaves into crisp hills, or after a particularly messy wishing day, or after stepping on my acorns and bare feet. I felt bad about the walkways. It's an occupational hazard to stay alive. I need a vast network of roots, and roots can be surprisingly strong. Did you hear that? Bongo asked, watching Francesca enter her house. She sounded serious this time. I've heard it all before, I said. Unfortunately, the newbies heard her too, Bongo said. Bongo calls every fresh crop of babies newbies. She pretends to be annoyed by their antics, but I know better. Listen, Bongo urged. Sure enough, I could hear the baby skunks wailing from their hidden nests under the porch. But we'd love Red, Mama, one of them cried. Hush, their mother, fresh baked bread, scolded. It's the middle of the day. You're supposed to be asleep. Will Red be all right, Mama? Another baby, whose voice I recognized as Rose Petal, asked. All skunks name themselves after pleasant scents. I'm not sure if this is because they're a bit defensive about their reputation, or if they just have a sly sense of humor. Of course, said her mother. Red is indestructible. Bongo looked at me. See what I mean? Oh dear, I said. By tonight, they'll all have heard. The possums, the raccoons, the owls, little Harold will be just beside himself. Harold was the smallest barn owl, nestling and a great warrior. Barn owls give themselves sensible, no-fuss names. I'll talk to everyone, Bongo said. Calm them down, tell them not to worry. I'm sure things will be fine, I said. I've seen a lot in my years. The things I've fretted about that have never come to pass. I could write a book. I paused. In fact, I could be a book. I paused again, because, paper is made of trees. Bongo gave me a screechy crow laugh, but didn't scold me for my lame joke. That's when I started to worry. Chapter 17. As much as I was concerned about the baby's reaction to Francesca's words, I was more worried about Samar. What would happen when she returned from school and saw the word carved into me? Would she think it was meant for her and for her family and Francesca and the police, like Francesca and the police seemed to assume? She came home alone. Ahead of her by a few yards was Stephen. A reporter for the neighborhood newspaper was walking on the sidewalk interviewing people as they walked by. Word travels fast in our parts, especially when there's yellow police tape involved. Had they seen what happened? The reporter kept asking. Had they ever made wishes on wishing day? What did they think the word leave meant? The reporter approached Stephen. Did he know why someone would carve leave into the beloved local wish tree? Stephen stared at the reporter, then he glanced behind at Samar. Sending her the shadow of a sad smile, without answering the reporter, he headed towards his house. Samar's eyes darted from Stephen to the reporter to me. She ran closer, saw the word, and gasped. She reached a hand toward me, but the police tape put me out of reach. Are you a resident? The reporter asked. Would you like to comment on the incident? Samar didn't say a word. She turned and walked up the sagging steps to the little blue house, her head held high. Standing tall, reaching deep.